What's up, guys? I'm BTC. Problems with the Baptiste event, a brand new legendary skin gets teased, and the Clockwork Comp in the Overwatch League. If you're enjoying the videos, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new, subscribe to get more. Let's get started. First up, there are some issues with the latest Baptiste mini-event. Now, I really like these kinds of events, but one of the things that I've been seeing a lot of complaints about, particularly with this one, is getting the rewards from watching the Twitch live streams. There are two main problems. The first is some of the streamers aren't online that much, and second, some of them are what you would call variety streamers, where they stream other things in addition to Overwatch. Now, both of these things by themselves are not a problem. It's perfectly fine for Blizzard to include these people in the event. The issue is that they made the list of streamers way too small. If the list of streamers was like 50 people, then this would just not even be an issue at all. Like, it wouldn't matter if you had a bunch of variety streamers or people that aren't online that much, because there would be so many people you could pick from any of them. But when Blizzard has such a small list of streamers, that's when people start to get frustrated. Really, what I think they should do is go back to one of the previous events where you could watch any stream as long as it was Overwatch, you would still get the drops. If you're one of those people that's been having difficulty getting those drops, finding a stream that's online, let me know down in the comment section. Also, just want to kind of throw this out there, I like the mini events, but I think they have way too many sprays. They need to kind of change it up, maybe throw in a victory pose or maybe an extra voice line or two, stuff like that. Just not so many sprays. Moving on, they're going to be adding a brand new legendary skin for JJonak, who was the Overwatch League 2018 MVP. Now, in order to get this, you're going to have to use those special Overwatch League tokens, which means that you would either have to get them from watching the streams or from buying them with real money. You're not going to be able to use regular credits in order to get this. And they kind of gave a little bit of a teaser of what it's going to be, and it does seem to be centered around an octopus. It's going to be Zenyatta, and he talks, you know, there's a couple of screenshots here where they're talking about what they're looking at, because they didn't show us. Like, they showed JJonak and the rest of his team, but they wouldn't show us yet. So he says, you know, it kind of looks like octopuses. The orbs are like little octopuses as well. And he says, like, there's water in there, and the little octopus lives inside of the orbs, and that sort of stuff. So it's probably going to be its completely own unique legendary, although there is a small chance that it might be kind of an altered version of the Halloween Cthulhu legendary that we already got. I kind of feel like it's probably going to be a unique one, though. When they're going to release this, I'm not exactly sure. It's just supposed to be sometime soon. Next up, I want to briefly talk about a match that happened last night between the Shanghai Dragons and the LA Valiant, because on the second part of the control point map, the Valiant ended up running the Clockwork Comp, which consists of Orisa, Roadhog, Torbjorn, and Mei. Now, for the sports in this case, they ended up running Lucio and Ana instead of a Mercy or an extra DPS or any of that sort of stuff. Now, you might know that Bunker Comp with Orisa and Roadhog on the competitive ladder is very popular, and even Torbjorn and Mei are rising in the pick rate. However, in the Pro League, this is still mostly just Goats Comp. And unfortunately, it didn't go too well for Valiant. At least in this, they did end up winning the full series, but for this one particular one where they tried to run this Clockwork Comp, they pretty much just got destroyed. You have to understand, though, that this is a brand new comp, and the pros have been perfecting Goats Comp for over a year. So of course that's going to be much more heavily advantage against, you know, pretty much anything else that they're gonna run. But they did give it a try, and it didn't really work that well. They managed to take the point once with the use of 3 different ultimates. They had Mei's Blizzard, Torbjorn's Molten Core, and Orisa's Supercharger. But the funny thing about it is the thing that actually won them that fight wasn't the ultimates. It was Custa on Lucio booping 2 of the enemy off the map, and then they secured the point. But for the most part, they pretty much got destroyed. So if there's any hope of seeing Clockwork Comp at like a regular basis in the Overwatch League, it's probably going to take a little while, because The GOATS comp and, you know, the dive version of it is just really strong, and it's going to be a slow process. Let's just put it that way. That's going to be all of it today. As soon as they release that brand new legendary skin, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Also, come hang out in my Discord server and my Twitch live stream. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to see what kind of cool VIP rewards you can get, check the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.